In the news this week, the Church of England says Ofsted is being turned into a schoolroom security service. A new survey shows doctors continue to heavily oppose assisted suicide. And we take a brief look back at some of the Christian Institute's work this year. Hello and welcome to this week's news bulletin from the Christian Institute. The Church of England has criticised recent government policies requiring Ofsted to police British values and enforce anti-terrorism measures in schools. Nigel Genders, Chief Education Officer for the Church, spoke out after anti-radicalisation measures for schools were announced by Home Secretary Theresa May. He focused particularly on the loose definition of British values and how it has already caused problems in schools. At the same time that Ofsted rightly questions the quality of its own inspectors, a number of schools have recently been threatened with or placed into special measures due to a range of concerns loosely grouped under the British values umbrella. Genders also suggested that these latest changes risk turning Ofsted into a schoolroom security service. School children are not being taught the true meaning of Christmas because teachers fear offending different faiths, a BBC presenter has said. Roger Bulletin, who presents Feedback on Radio 4, criticised teachers who avoid the subject of Jesus' birth. He argued that a lack of religious teaching could hamper children's education in a number of ways. In some schools in this country, little is taught about the true meaning of Christmas, possibly because secular staff are unsympathetic to religious education, or because of the fear of offending those of other faiths. Without a knowledge of Christianity, what will our school children make of our finest literature and drama, filled as it is with Christian imagery? Bolton also said that broadcasters aren't doing much to remedy this ignorance. He highlighted a survey published earlier this year by the Bible Society, which found that a quarter of children had never read, seen or heard of Noah's Ark. A survey of nearly 9,000 doctors has found that the majority still oppose legalising assisted suicide. Close to two-thirds of members of the Royal College of Physicians agreed a change in the law was not necessary, while just 38% disagreed. This reaffirms the college's long-standing opposition to assisted suicide. Fewer than 1 in 4 thought the college's official position should favour assisted suicide, whereas 44% said the college should be opposed. Former Junior Health Minister Baroness Cumberledge welcomed the college's stance, as a controversial bill aiming to legalise assisted suicide is being considered by the House of Lords. Doctors recognise the negative impact of assisting suicide on their profession and the patients they care for. They should not be asked to be gatekeepers for lethal drugs. They know that predicting life expectancy and assessing mental state are fraught with difficulty. And finally, a church's Christmas advert inspired by this year's John Lewis commercial has hit the headlines after going viral on YouTube. The advert, produced by St Thomas Church in Norwich, follows a 3-year-old's adventures with his tiger, Tommy. At the end of the video, Tommy is taken to a Christmas service at the church. The advert ends with the lines, "Give someone more than they've been dreaming of this Christmas, Christ." It's been seen over 18,000 times on YouTube and has reached more than 60,000 people on social media platforms. The church said they made the video in order to wrestle back the meaning of Christmas. Well, that's all the news for this week, but we'll leave you with a brief look back at some of the Christian Institute's work in 2014.